never tasted better. I would love to show you guys how to make some coffee cake muffins today. These happen to be one of my favorite muffins ever because I love coffee, and these go perfectly with a cup of coffee. This muffin is so moist. It's very sponge-like. It has a nice buttery flavor with a hint of nutmeg spice. The top has a dark brown sugar streusel with cinnamon. It's so amazing, guys, especially with coffee. Using a medium-sized mixing bowl, let's add 2 1/4 cups all-purpose flour. Our leavening agents, we have 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder. Add those in. 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and let's whisk it to combine. In a large bowl, let's add 1 stick unsalted butter at room temperature. We have our sugars, 1/2 cup white sugar, 1/2 cup brown sugar. Add those in. Let's cream them together until they're light and fluffy. We are going to add in 2 large eggs at room temperature, 1 at a time, blending after each addition, just because you want to make sure that it gets really well incorporated into the batter. These muffins just made me so happy, guys. I knew I was going to be able to make a big pot of coffee afterwards, so I was very excited. Once that's blended really well, we're going to add 3/4 cup sour cream. Make sure it's at room temperature. Let's add in 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract, and let's mix. Always make sure you take the time to scrape down your bowl. You want to make sure you get the bottom as well. Let's combine our dry into our wet ingredients, and we're going to use a spatula just to stir this around. You just want to mix until it's just combined. Overmixing is very bad. Use a spatula for this part. It just helps you stay nice and gentle with the batter. This is going to be a thicker batter, so don't freak out if you think it's too thick. It's going to be perfect, trust me. Fill each muffin cup to the very brim. I used a 1/3 cup measurement, so that seemed to work out fine for me. Excuse my messy fingers. I'm pretty sure every episode I make, I'm apologizing for my messy hands. For our dark brown sugar streusel topping, 1/2 cup flour, 1/2 cup dark brown sugar, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and we are going to whisk this until combined. Once combined, we're going to take 1/2 cup salted butter. You can use unsalted as well. I prefer salted. Doesn't really matter on this part. We're going to cut it into nice size hunks. Using a pastry cutter or your fingers, but I prefer a pastry cutter, it's easier. We're going to cut in our butter into our cinnamon sugar flour mixture. We want to do this until it starts to resemble really coarse crumbs that are sticking together. If you use a pastry cutter, you might have to scrape it down using a knife just because it sticks. Now, once it started to resemble those coarse crumbs, we're going to use our fingers just to make sure it's completely incorporated. Now we're going to grab large handfuls of it and break off those big crumbles. That's what you want. You want the big crumbles for your streusel. Back to our muffins, let's take a nice dollop of our streusel topping and putting it generously on each one. Let's bake these at 400 degrees for 5 minutes, so it'll get a nice blast of heat and a nice rise from our muffins. Then let's reduce the heat to 350 degrees for 15 minutes. I was extremely happy with these muffins. They were so delicious, and of course the coffee just really gave it that perfect touch. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.